What is up, everybody? Yes, if you guys didn't see from the title above, we are talking about one of the most adventure-centric park you can possibly find in the world. And it's right here in Mexico, Cancun, Quintana Roo, right between Tulum and Cancun. So we start our journey off, I am from the DFW area, so we got to show off the beautiful airport and the beautiful people. See the person right there wave to us. And we are finally going to be on our way to Xplor. If you guys didn't know, Xcaret is basically the big name there. Much like Disney, it's a big brand name. Xcaret would be the Disney equivalent. And Xplor would be one of the many parks that is located within the confines of Xcaret. It's very adventure-centric, as I noted before. There's zip lines, ATVs, cars. As you see the beautiful ocean down below and the beautiful blue sky above. And we are finally here, right between Cancun and Tulum, like I noted earlier, right about 15 minutes away from Playa de Carmen. And you start off immediately basically walking into a cavern. There's two types of zip lines, and we're going to be getting into the nitty-gritty right here. As you guys can see on the screen, $134.99 for an adult USD, $67.50 for child. So this is definitely something that you should look into. I know that they do sometimes discounts if you book in ahead. I believe it's 7 days. If you guys book ahead 7 days earlier, you guys get a better discount, I believe. I'm not sure. Make sure to always go on the official website and check the prices for yourselves. There's a lot of scammers out there, so please make sure you guys go to the official website, get your official tickets, print them out, and be sure to be ready to have a time of your life. Minimum weight is 88 pounds for the zip lines. Maximum weight is 300. I have to say this now because I've seen a lot of videos over Xplor and Xcaret. It's a lot of walking, it's a lot of exercise, and if you're afraid of heights, this may not be the park for you. Xcaret does offer a lot of parks that are much family-centric, less adventurous, no zip lines, just chilling in pools, caverns, cenotes as they're called over there as well. So it's something that's very, very, very for people who are adrenaline junkies. So this is definitely something for you. They have ATVs, like I noted earlier, amphibious vehicles, and then you guys see the differences right there in the description. You have to be 18 and you have to have an official ID or driver license. So that definitely has to be noted. You are going to get wet continuously, so make sure if you guys are taking any important documents, especially your ID or your phone, actually, make sure you always have it in a waterproof pouch. You can find them on Amazon. That's what we did. There's stalactite rivers, which is basically underground rivers, which is one of the most amazing experiences that I have witnessed myself. The water is very cold. Obviously, it's underground. And it is very a dark place, and sometimes it's a little claustrophobic, so I just want to get you guys to know that ahead of time. Now, if you guys are loving, caves and all that kind of stuff, you're going to absolutely enjoy. It's an experience that I have never experienced myself. Cenotes, there's the hammock zip line, a zip line that you ride in a hammock, and we're going to show you guys raw footage. Obviously, like I noted before, you will get wet. So all the footage that I was able to take had to be from a GoPro. GoPro is one of the most handy cameras you can possibly find. Waterproof, literally fits in your palm of your hand. But the image quality is always not the best, especially in low light. So I apologize in advance for some of the footage that we did get. But fortunately, a lot of the other footage were able to come out really well, especially whenever I was going through these zip lines. And I'm going to be here voicing through the entire experience. And like I said, everything is also included, by the way. So if there's food, and I have to note this before, so there's two types of versions of the Xplor Park. One is the Xplor Park Regular, which is I'm showing you guys right now. And the other one is the Xplor Fuego. The Xplor Regular one, as you can see right here, the hours are from 9 o'clock a.m. to 5 p.m. That's all it takes whenever it comes to the Xplor regular. If you guys for the Fuego, basically it's the exact same park, just night themed. So the lights, instead of being blue underwater, are red, and it's a really different experience. We weren't able to go because we didn't really see the point of it. We only wanted to go through today. We did have a lot of other places to explore when it comes to the Quintana Roo section. So definitely interesting. But if you guys, there's something that's interesting to you, absolutely make sure to go over there. Breakfast does start at 11 a.m. So it's a buffet style food. They have everything: burgers, pizzas, they have Mexican food, they have salads, everything you can possibly imagine. And they also have smoothie bars within the park. And like I said earlier, everything is absolutely included. All you have to do is show up and ask for what you want. You have to have a bracelet, obviously, but that's more for the admission. In the beginning. So once you have the admission, once you're inside the park, everything is included. And you guys can see right here, we're actually waiting in line to get into the zip lines. Now, zip lines, there's 2 packages. One is the Jaguar, which is 8 total zip lines in altogether, and there's the tallest one, if you guys will see later, a tower. I believe it's around 300 feet tall. Could be wrong. Make sure to always look on top. So it's definitely, like I said earlier, adrenaline junkie. They also have the deer one, and this is obviously after we got fitted for our zip lines. You can see it on every single person, and you are in the middle of a jungle, so make sure you take note of that. Like I said earlier, it's going to be a lot of walking. It's a lot of heat, but it's something that you probably never see anywhere else. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if you guys leave a comment down below if you guys think there's actually a better park, and I will absolutely take some time to go visit there too. So we're doing the Jaguar package right now, and we actually were able to get there as soon as they opened up. We actually got there at 8:30, was waiting in line for 9 o'clock. As soon as they opened the doors, we were able to go inside, put our stuff in the lockers, and we're able to get to the zip lines. We went to the Jaguar first, just to knock it out of the park, and thank goodness we did, because by the time we went back around to go to the deer one just to try it out, the line for the Jaguar was much longer. And we actually probably got done, if I have to say, we started at 9:15. We probably got done around 10:30. So it does take some time. You guys see my brother right there going down the zip line, and I'm gonna show you raw footage of what it's like. I had you guys on my wristband. I saw a video of a couple that went to Xplor Park, and they said you were have to have your GoPro on your wristband. So I actually bought the accessory, and I kind of regretted it because I think it would have looked much better on my chest, and it would have been much better angles, because on my hand, I'm gripping the zip line handles, and you guys can see right here is what the view looks like going down. I'll let you guys just soak it in right there. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Like I said, I have you guys on my wrist, so I'm sorry if all of a sudden there's jerking motion, because I have to grip onto the zip line. And something that they didn't talk about, and that's tower. That's the tower, by the way, that we have to go on top. But something that nobody ever mentioned is in the impact of landing. Right there, you guys see the little black things that were actually holding onto the zip line. There's a small little impact that you make whenever you land on the other side from the zip line. You're probably not going to be ready for it in the first place. That's why I'm letting you guys know now. But by the second or third zip line, I got used to it. And I'm not afraid of heights, but it's definitely not my favorite. So if I was able to do it, I know most of you guys will be able to do it. And it had an absolute blast. And like I said, these are one type of ladders that you will have to be climbing. So this is probably the biggest one that they have. I don't know if there's a bigger zip line anywhere else in the world. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe I haven't visited enough of adventure parks enough. But this was my favorite. But like I said, it was a lot of walking. You guys can see the trees are down below. Quintana Roo is mostly, jungle. So be aware of that. Of course, we saw the parrots earlier. But it was absolutely breathtaking. You actually see the ocean on the horizon line over there to the left. I just panned away. But it was absolutely beautiful, and it was a lot of walking, a lot of exercise. I was exhausted, but it was well worth it to get on the zip lines. And that's what I'm saying. You always see there's a lot of things to do in the Xplor Park, so you might want to take your time, but rush at the same time as well. So we got there early, and we were able to finish off every single thing at least once. I think we did the Underground River twice, because it was absolutely stunning. There's an end to the cenote that we were just in love with. But like I said, if you guys want to knock out everything to do in the park, make sure you guys get there early. And you guys can see right here, I brought my family with me. Obviously, I have my little sister and my girlfriend right there, and they both weigh around 120. Beneficial for them to go by themselves just because they are so light that they could get stuck in the middle of the zip line. There's no problem to that. My brother actually got stuck, and he weighs around 170. He actually got stuck towards the end of the zip line, but it was no problem. I probably took an extra 2 minutes because the guy in the back was already watching, zip line the way down, helped them through, and he only got stuck on the biggest one, which is this one right here. So just a heads up, don't panic. There's nothing to worry about. The people who work there are professionals. After the big one, there's another mini big one. You guys can see right there. It's another tower that you have to come up through. The other ones, they're like the circular staircase that we saw within, very small. So always make sure you take note of that. So if you guys are, going to be exercising a lot, make sure you bring a lot of things that are waterproof and that could help you. Sunscreen is essential, by the way, as well. You guys can see down there, the beautiful water, and everything was just absolutely amazing. You guys can see right here, it's actually my brother going in with my sister, and just like I said, they're very light, so it was always better and beneficial for them to go together and just enjoy the scenery. Yeah, I have to say, it's absolutely beautiful and stunning, and it's just something about zip lines gliding through the air that is absolutely beautiful. And like I said, you can see the trees down below you, and it's just something that I never was able to experience myself. You guys can wait if you come in a group like we were here. You zip line down, and they're ready. They have the walkie-talkies to work. They're very friendly, very tourist-centric, and very professional. They have everything ready and set up. They communicate with the other workers on the other side to make sure that we are okay to land ourselves. That way there is no mix-up, there is no crashing into each other. Very professional, very time-centric as well. So like I said, I 10 out of 10 fully recommend this if you are an adrenaline junkie or you just like zip line. So there we go. See my girlfriend land, and we wait. There is right there. There I am, the one and only beautiful voice from this video. And here we go. So at the end of the zip lines, once you do actually on both packages, or not packages, but I guess sections of the zip lines, after both zip lines, you zip line into this cenote. And it's just absolutely beautiful. And after, like I said, after all that long walking, after all that hot sun bearing down on you, it is a beautiful dip in cold water that you just absolutely need. And here we go, just sent through. There's also steps whenever you land. That way you are able to get out of the water as soon as you want. But like I said, the water's cold. The water feels so good whenever you're being after the heat so long. And there you go. Woo! You climb up after that. There's a little waterfalls. And like I said, this is very water-centric as well. So you are going to get wet. I fully recommend a GoPro. I know that there's signs earlier in the zip lines, and like the video that we saw earlier, that I saw earlier, sorry, not you guys, but they said you're not allowed to have phones. And I truly believe that. I saw some signs, but while I was ziplining, I would see people next to me have their phone out and they were holding it while ziplining. So I don't know the rules or anything like that. I guess those people were just I guess they just got away with it. I don't know if it was a relaxed day or something, but you can obviously make sure you have a waterproof casing or a waterproof pouch for your phone, because it will get wet. I guess that's more, and if it falls, that they don't want any responsibility. But I mean, if you want to do it at your own risk, you possibly can. I don't know, and don't quote me on that. They don't allow people to crash into each other, and that's something that I was fearful of. So they're very organized. They have the walkie-talkies, like I said earlier. Nobody is able to crash into each other because they are very professional and very timely mannered. You guys can see right there, they actually hook onto you before you are secured into the zip line for any security measures. So I think that was just absolutely beautiful. And my breath was taken away just on how safe and secure it actually felt. Take off the secure line to them, and there you go. I have to note, you will be told that it is recommended that you hold your head back, just because of the small little impact at the end whenever it slows down the zip line. I was able to sit upright. I did twist a lot. Maybe it's because I didn't have both hands. I was trying to show you guys with my GoPro on my wrist. So that's something that I don't know if it was just like that. But you are recommended to have both hands on the harness at all times, with your head back a little bit, just that way the impact of the end isn't as big as it could be. And then, like I said, I was sitting upright the entire time, and no impact was ever big enough to fully scare me. I just wasn't used to it at the beginning. After 2 zip lines, it was over. And this is the final smoothie line that, like I said, is included. There's a little pool on the side, 5 feet tall. I believe that's the deepest it gets. And the water is so cold. It's so refreshing after being in the hot sun all day. I believe it was like 90, 95 degrees. And the water is so clear. It's absolutely beautiful. You guys see the light system down there. I'm pretty sure that's what they turn it on during the night if you guys get the Xplor Fuego. I didn't get to, but like I said, smoothies were really delicious. The food was amazing. After getting the smoothies, we were just going to go get food. And like I said, everything is included. You guys see the rice beans. That's how my sister pointing it. Didn't narrate it fully. Mango water, beautiful. It was amazing. Lemonade. They have a buffet style. Masks are required whenever you are not actively eating. Also, something you guys know, Mexico in general, there's a lack of vaccines over there, so the rules are very strict. I guess if you guys live in New York, California, I'm guessing you're a little bit more used to, because I know that some states still have mask mandates. Over here, it's the same thing. All of Mexico is recommended and actually forcefully reminding you to constantly have your mask on. It's a small inconvenience, but I mean, it's for the safety of people. It's for the safety of yourself and for others. So it's a super small price to pay, but I'm not going to get into that. Food, absolutely delicious. And like I said, this is the Mexican food. You guys see that tinga. If you guys are familiar with that, just chicken, tortillas, mashed potatoes, everything like that. They do have burgers, they do have pizza, they have salad, they have ceviche, everything that you can possibly imagine. Like I said, I think it's probably the best food that we found in any of the other Xcaret parks, and I was just thrilled about it. Seeing everything there was just absolutely delicious, and everything was free. Well, not free, it's included. So there's no need to, take out your wallet at the end. Everything's included. It's only recommended to take in small things. You get small lockers. And this is the hammock zip line. I was almost forgetting about this, narrating this part. But like I said, everything's included. Make sure you remember that. This is the hammock zip line. And you're told, and I, you're told that once you land, if you land too far behind from the person who is on the platform waiting for you, to just swim with your feet towards them, and you get there, and they're able to pull you through, and you're right in the platform. You hand in your hammock. The worker secures it to the line, and once he gets the clear go ahead from the other people over there on the platform, you sit down on the hammock, and it's just a free ride all the way down. Much faster than any stairs that I've ever been on, just FYI. Yeah, I see the little tower right there. That's another zip line up there. You guys can see it. And the beautiful clear blue water. Was just something else. There we go. And there we landed on the platform. You get up, you get the hammock, and you carry it to the back. So that's something that I wasn't expecting. Most rides, you get on one thing, the hammock, you get to the other side, and there you go, it's done deal. But on here, it's always a back and go. So you go and back. Sorry, it's a go and back. So you go like I did earlier. You carry your hammock a few steps up, and you zip line back to where you were. So I thought that was absolutely beautiful. You know, have my parents up there in the seating area to watch, and I was like, oh, we have to go find them after. But no, you go back to the same spot, just lower. You climb up the stairs, and you're in the exact same spot that you were. I thought that was absolutely beautiful. I didn't have to go find anybody else. I didn't go find my parents. I didn't have to go, walking through people right then and there. So I thought that was absolutely beautiful. The water clear, beautifully cold. I love cold water. I'm a guy. What can I say? I know you ladies don't love cold water. I'm sorry, but trust me, after the heat you all spend during the day, it's going to be very welcoming. We're going to be doing one of the underground rivers right now, and this is the one that's deeper. I believe it can go up to 4 feet high in the underground river, and you're forced to wear a life jacket at all times. Make sure you guys secure it onto yourselves really lightly. I know the girls on my trip, they were struggling because it wasn't on tight enough, and the life jacket would just press up against their neck while they were swimming. So make sure you guys are secured. We're able to fix that really quickly, but make sure you guys are secure, because it is a hassle. It's a life jacket. Most people, you won't need it, but it's also always a precautionary tale. And here we are launching into the world. Also, something that I forgot to mention, make sure you guys buy waterproof shoes, or the little pool shoes that you guys have. I found some in Academy here in Dallas, probably like $10, and believe me, it was absolutely necessary. You are in a cave, so unfortunately the feet is one of the places where there's a lot of rock lying around, and believe me, if I had gone barefoot, I probably would have stubbed my toe so many times. I probably would have cut my foot a lot of times, because it's just rocks, and it's not their fault. I mean, it's a cavern. You are, noted and recommended to take life shoes. I've seen other videos where people are barefoot. I don't know how they did it. There's rocks underneath there, and it was beautiful, right? So make sure you guys take some water shoes. It's going to be beneficial to everybody if you guys are thinking about doing the underground river. And that way you don't have to worry about your feet. You're just waddling your way through and walking. And like I said, there's big rocks, small rocks. They're rocks. They're not the same size. So it's not a paved way or anything like that. It's an underground river. So make sure you guys are safety first and just enjoy the beautiful ride. You guys can see there the blue lights on the bottom. I was told that the water actually turns red. Not the water itself, but the lighting system turns red for the fuego at the night park. So just definitely something interesting for you guys to take in. You guys can see there. Beautiful. And there's the beautiful caves. I think this is the stalactite river that we actually took, and it was just beautiful. You guys can see I love caves personally. Very nature centric. The lighting system is beautiful. You're stuck looking at the water. The water's clear, crystal clear, by the way. And that's something that was blowing my mind when I saw it. The water's crystal clear. You look up, you look down, you can see everything. You guys can see the natural formations of the caves. Obviously, it's not fully natural because they have to be in there. They have to make safety precautions and clear out some debris. The guy told us, worker there, everybody's super friendly. You guys saw the flash photography, something I haven't talked about yet. There's a package, the photo package that you can either pay online or pay there. They give you a special bracelet. There's camera set up all throughout the park. You scan your bracelet, and there's a professional camera taking the picture of you. Not a person. It's an automatic thing, so obviously maybe it's not gonna be the best angle. It's just a regular flash photography thing, but you do get a better view of the pictures. Like I said, I only brought my GoPro, and the GoPro is probably not the best thing for bad lighting, like you guys can see. And you guys can see how clear the water is. Actually, you guys can see the formations right there down on your feet, and this is coming from a GoPro, so your eyes obviously a million times better than any possible GoPro or camera, so you can definitely see everything crystal clear. But going back to the photography, you scan the barcode, takes a picture of you or your family, and at the end, I don't know because I didn't buy the package myself, but I'm guessing that you guys can choose the pictures that you want, and you can take it home, either print it or through email. So that's something that you're interested in. Make sure you ask for more information. I didn't get it myself. I was like, I have 2 GoPros. What else can I go wrong? I was a little bit wrong. I think I would have liked a little bit more pictures, but like I said, it's not for everybody. I didn't need it. I brought 2 GoPros for a reason. We actually took the adventure version of this river. You guys can see whenever you guys get there that there's an adventure one or a cruise river where there is no obstacles. You guys saw right there the netting. That's something you have to go under. There's netting above water, so you have to go over the netting. There's obstacle courses. It was just absolutely stunning and beautiful. We were young, so we did it. My parents actually took the cruise, and they were just simply swimming through the river right alongside us, and were able to skip all the obstacles, and watching us struggle was a blast. Also, they have the little wooden kayaks, something interesting if you guys wanted to do it. I believe it's 2 per person, maybe 3. There goes 1 person, and there goes 2. Yeah, so it's 2 per person per boat. You have to swim with your hands. They give you like little hand paddles. If you guys ever used it before, you guys can see people. It is a little bit of a struggle if you're not used to paddling with your hands or anywhere. And there you go. This is with the river, the little cars, the amphibious cars, and it's just something that was absolutely beautiful. You guys can see later. The camera was a little bit wet. My camera actually died. And you guys can see how clear it was because I was cleaning it constantly. Unfortunately, my sister forgot to clean it because we came straight from the river. So it's a little bit blurred, but you guys can see. And this is the final ride that we were able to get to. By the time we got to this ride, it was probably around 4. Like any other theme park or like every other place where there's a lot of people wait to the last second, and there's a lot of lines, a lot of people everywhere. You guys can see that clearly. Any park you go to. So make sure you guys are getting out a little bit early. We were able to get out exactly at 5 o'clock. We didn't take a tour bus. We actually rented a car, so we didn't have to wait on the bus from the hotel or to the hotel. So that's something that you guys have to, it's very situational. But this is the final ride that we were able to go on. Right through the jungle, you're driving and riding. Like I said, you have to be 18 or older, and you have to have a valid ID. Other than that, it works beautiful. You guys can see right there, jungle on both sides. You actually go through caves, you go underneath some bridges, something that was absolutely stunning. So once again, this is probably nearing the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I fully enjoy this park. If you guys are into adventure, I recommend this 1000%. If you're afraid of heights, if you don't like walking, if you don't like climbing up steps, maybe not the best park for you, but it was absolutely really stunning. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you smash the like button, and hopefully this was informational and helpful for you as it was, or it should have been for me before I went. So thank you guys so much, and hope you guys have a wonderful day.